Smaranam, right?
Correct.
Was the easiest.
Chanting of the holy name. That's very easy, right? But sometimes that also becomes difficult for many of us, right? How many of you have experienced when you start chanting, you have more thoughts than the normal time? Why does it happen?
To distract you not to do it.
Sorry?
To distract you not to do it.
Yes, one instance, correct. Who is distracting us?
Kali.
The Kali Yuga.
We can say Kali Yuga, right? Now, practical example, analogy. Supposing when our body is dirty, we start taking shower. What happens initially? What happens initially? The dirt will come out.
Will come out. Yeah.
Correct? So this also is the cleansing process at the spiritual level. When we chant at the spiritual level, that means we are taking shower. So much of dirt is already accumulated in our heart. So that will come out first. Right? So the solution is not to give up chanting. Many people, they give up. They say, I cannot focus. If we wait for that moment when we can focus and chant, very difficult. Cannot happen. So when we keep on chanting, the cleansing will happen and then mind will be focused. Right? So Narada Muni, when he saw that, so he asked her, then she said, I am Bhakti and these are my two sons. Now she said she also became old. But after arriving in Vrindavan, she became young. Because in Vrindavan is Bhakti. Right? In Vrindavan, nobody will talk about Gyan and Vairagya, detachment. They don't know about these things. Bhakti is very prominent there. Very prevalent. So then she asked Narada Muni that, can you find some solution so that my sons also can become young again? So then Narada Muni went to Lord Brahma. And Brahma initially gave him Chatur Shloki Bhagavatam, 4 shlokas. And those 4 shlokas Narada Muni narrated to Vyasadeva. And Vyasadeva elaborated. And who learned from Vyasadeva? Suta Goswami. And who was Suta Goswami heard from somebody else? Shukadeva Goswami. Shukadeva Goswami, Vyasadev's son. Right? So when Shukadeva Goswami narrated Bhagavatam at the bank of the Ganges, Suta Goswami was sitting there. And he heard. In those days, people's memory was very good, not like us. Only once something was spoken, they heard, they would remember forever. Right? So Suta Goswami heard. But then Shukadeva Goswami, what was the reason for Shukadeva Goswami to narrate the Bhagavatam?
No.
Yes, you're right. Parikshit Maharaj. Because Parikshit Maharaj, when he heard about the curse by Shringi Rishi, young boy, Brahmana boy, he cursed him because Parikshit Maharaj insulted his father. So this Shringi Rishi could not tolerate that. Then he cursed him. That he will be on the 7th day from that day, he will be bitten by a snake, Takshat snake, and he will die. Due to the snake bite, he will die. Now, why did Parikshit Maharaj insult that sage? Parikshit Maharaj was grandson of Arjuna, right? Abhimanyu's son, devotee's family. How could he insult a sage? Normally, Kshatriyas, any normal Kshatriya, ordinary Kshatriya also, would protect the sages, would always serve the sages, Brahmanas. So how come Parikshit, who was a devotee, he insulted a sage? And because of that, the sage's son cursed him. What is the background?
Because he went to, I think he saw a bull, right? Some
Bull
bull was being
yes, go ahead.
was being tortured, right? By someone, I think
Yes.
Kali Yuga, right?
Yes,
Kali Yuga. And then
personified.
he wanted to stop Kali Yuga from doing that. And then he told him so Parikshit asked, Kali Yuga asked him, where can I reside? So
Correct.
he gave
That's
him
very
like
good.
few places, like gambling, alcohol, womanizing, and
Slaughtering.
slaughtering, okay, like eating meat.
Slaughtering of innocent animals.
And then he told him that, give me one more place. And he said, in gold.
Why did he ask for one more place?
He was not satisfied with what he was given.
Why was he not satisfied?
Maybe he said,
What was the reason that he was not satisfied? 4 places, right? Like Anushka said, he got, but he was not satisfied. Because Kali Yuga thought, that in Parishit Maharaj's realm, in his ruling, these 4 places were not there. Right? People were so satisfied, people were so wealthy, materially so opulent, there was no need for them to
Do all
steal
the rest.
from somebody else's house. What Kali Yuga, what Parishit Maharaj said, wherever there is wealth accumulated, which is acquired by wrong means. Correct? So nobody would acquire any wealth by wrong means because everybody was opulent. Right? So there were no thieves. Thieves normally acquire wealth by wrong means, right? Stealing. Correct? So there were no thieves. No slaughterhouses. Now, sometimes people they ask, if there were no slaughterhouses, how come the warriors would eat meat? Warriors was allowed to eat meat, right? Because they had to have that passion, right? Anger. Without that, they cannot fight.
Right.
So they were allowed to eat animals' flesh, animals' meat. But there were no slaughterhouses. What was the provision? What was the condition? That Kshatriyas could eat meat of animals. The word is used sacrifice, bali. Not killing, not slaughtering. There is a difference between slaughtering and sacrificing. So yes, sacrifice was allowed. Otherwise, there were no slaughterhouses. So that place also was not available. So Kali Yuga could not find that, right? No gambling. Only Kshatriyas were allowed to gamble. Kshatriyas, it was kind of a same way like they would fight.
Like a game?
So same way they could gamble also.
But the gambling was more like a game?
Game, yes.
Like
yes.
a game, actually.
Yes, correct. More like a game. Right? But not like, like here we have Macau,
Yeah,
casinos and all
not that way.
No. Common people would not gamble. So that place also was not available. Kali Yuga thought, where can I stay there? And then womanizing. That out of question at that time. Right? So that's why he asked for one more place. Then Parishit gave him, okay, there is gold which is accumulated by wrong means. Now then, how Kali Yuga attacked Parishit Maharaj?
He saw the treasure. There was some treasure there, right? And Parikshit Maharaj wore the crown.
Yeah.
Which is
Where
made
was
of
that treasure
gold.
from? Where was it from?
The connected with the Mahabharata?
Yes.
Yes. They had acquired by wrong means. I don't remember the incident.
Wrong means by who? You're right. Go ahead.
Kauravas, is it?
No.
No.
Kaurava's children?
One of the grandkids. No?
See, the war had happened, wrestling war happened between Bhima and Jarasandha. Jarasandha had arrested 84 kings, 86 kings. And when he would complete 100, then he would slaughter them. Then he would become like an emperor. So Krishna told to Maharaj Yudhishthira when he wanted to perform Rajasuya Yajna, he said, you cannot perform Rajasuya Yajna, you cannot become an emperor when there is another king who also wants to become an emperor. So you need to first defeat him or kill him. Then only you can become an emperor. So then Bhima, Arjuna and Krishna, they went to Jarasandha. See, now at that time, they also had some integrity. The warriors had some principle to follow. How did they go? Krishna, Bhima and Arjuna, they went to Jarasandha's palace in the disguised form as Brahmanas. So Jarasandha, because he was, no matter how many faults he had, but he was very respectful towards Brahmanas. So he told them that, I give you this many cows, thousands of cows in charity, this much gold I'm giving you. What else do you want? So Krishna told him that these two Brahmanas, they have Maun Vrat. They're fasting, they won't talk. They will talk only after sunset. So you come and meet us after sunset. So Jarasandha sent through his servants to a nice guest house. And then after sunset he went and met them. Now Jarasandha also was not an ordinary warrior. When he saw Bhima's body's structure and all that, he realized that he cannot be an ordinary Brahmana. And Arjuna, he saw the lines on his index fingers, because of pulling the string of a bow. So then he openly told them, I don't think that you are Brahmanas. Tell me, who are you actually? Reveal to me. Give me your actual true identity. Then Krishna told them that I'm Krishna, and he's Bhima, and he's Arjuna. Now Krishna gave him an option. You choose from all three of us, anyone, for wrestling. Now if Jarasandha had chosen Krishna, it is said from warrior perspective, he could have defeated Krishna in the wrestling match. Balaram was different. Balaram was, he was a wrestler. And if he had chosen Arjuna also could have got defeated by him. Because at that time, when it comes to wrestling, Balaram was very well known, Jarasandha was well known, Bhima was well known, and Duryodhana. These were the well-known wrestlers. Arjuna was not. Arjuna was an archer, but not a wrestler. But Jarasandha did not choose him also. Because, he said, if I choose either of you two, it's against my dignity, my reputation. So I'll choose Bhima. So then, you know the secret, right? How Bhima killed Jarasandha?
He cut in half and like that.
Yes, why? Why was he able to do that?
Because when he was cutting in half, and first he cut in half, but then again he joined together.
But what was the reason for him to cut in two parts? Cut Jarasandha's body in two parts?
To kill him.
Because Jarasandha, his father, he had two main queens, two wives. And after many years, they could not conceive. So they went to see a sage. So sage gave one apple, one fruit to the king. Told him, you give to your queen, and after eating, she will conceive. Now he was equally in love with both the queens. So he cut fruit in two halves. He gave to both queens. So now both the queens, they gave birth half body, both sides, cut in two pieces. So they said this is useless. So they threw those two body parts. So that time when demoness, she was passing by, her name was Jara. So she found flesh of human being, two parts. At that time, looking fresh. So she was tempted to eat. But she said, now to carry in two hands, better I combine, put together. So when she combined, then Jarasandha came into life. So because Jara joined two parts of his body, he was known as Jarasandha. Sandha means to join, right? That's why he was known as. So Krishna told this secret to Bhima and told him cut him in two parts, two pieces. So Bhima did that. So first time, when Bhima did, he threw two parts in opposite direction, but again they combined, they joined together. So then Krishna told him, throw the parts in opposite directions. Then they will not combine. So then Jarasandha was killed, right? So now whatever the kings who were kidnapped arrested by Jarasandha, he defeated them and then arrested them. So they released, Bhima released everybody. And whatever wealth Jarasandha then acquired, that wealth Pandavas brought to Indraprastha. And in that wealth, one crown was there, and that crown was worn by Parikshit on that day, unfortunately. Unfortunately or fortunately, it depends on from what perspective, in what context we are talking about. For Parikshit Maharaj also it was fortunately, because after that he got liberated, right? And because he wore that crown, and Kali Yuga entered into that and affected his intelligence, he lost his intelligence, and that's why he insulted that sage. And because of that, the sage's son cursed him. And because of that, Parikshit Maharaj went to the bank of Ganges. He heard of Bhagavatam. From our perspective, it's fortunately it happened, right? For our fortune. And this is what it is said, that after Kali Yuga left, where did Dharma take shelter? Does anyone remember? The specific question I asked. What happened to Dharma? Where did he take shelter? Dharma. After Krishna left. Before he was taking shelter of Krishna's feet, lotus feet. After Krishna left, what happened to Dharma? Where did he go? He took shelter in the Bhagavatam. Because Bhagavatam is non-different from Krishna. It is called Krishna's literal incarnation, literary incarnation. Shabda avatar. Shabda. So Dharma took shelter of Bhagavatam. That's why it is called spotless Purana. Topmost Purana. Mahapuran. Right? So we were talking about that. So Parikshit Maharaj heard that from Shukdev Goswami. Now from that time it has become like a custom amongst Indians, whenever somebody passes away, then we have 7 days Bhagavad Saptah. Right?
But after 1 year.
1 year,
Right?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Why after 1 year? Why not?
After 12 days, from the
Why
4th
the
day
Garud
onwards,
Puran
they do
is-
Garud Puran and Sanskrit.
So why Garud Puran after the person dies and after 1 year is Bhagavad Puran?
Because it takes 1 year for the soul to reach Yampuri.
Okay.
That's from modern perspective, modern language perspective, the judgment day.
Okay.
So when the judgment day happens, at that time, the person needs that strength of piety from the descendants. So that's why the Bhagavatam is done after 1 year. 1 year, that means Devaloka 1 day, but Pitruloka is 1 month. Pitrus, wherever the ancestors go, right? So according to that calculation, it is kept like that after 1 year. So it has become like a custom. But normally it is said, nobody has more than 7 days, right? Any of the 7 days, we also will leave the body. There is no 8th day in a week, right? So the 7 days, it is said, we take in a literal way, that 7 days time duration was given to Parikshit Maharaj. But actually he told him any of the 7 days that snake will come and bite you. So Parikshit Maharaj, then he renounced everything. He appointed his son Janmejaya as the emperor. Then he went and sat at the bank of the Ganges. Now see, because he was such a pious man, because of his that piety, the magnetic force he had, all the sages, not only from different parts of the world, the whole world was Bharatvarsha, right? Not only different parts of the world, but sages, Siddhas from the Siddhaloka, they also came there. Because they knew that now Parikshit Maharaj is about to leave. So they wanted to see how he leaves the body. He was not an ordinary man, ordinary king. He was a great devotee. And that time, Shukdev Goswami came. Then Parikshit Maharaj initially had asked this question from the sages, what one should do so that the person can leave the body very peacefully, and particularly at the time of leaving the body, what one should do. And that question is applicable to everybody. Right? What should be done at that time? Many times people, they say, that spiritual activities and all these things, we should keep it for old age. It cannot be possible. Cannot be possible. Like practical example, supposing, generally we get 2 days off, right? Working people, Saturday, Sunday off. Now ask these people, how do they feel when they have to go to office to work on Monday? How miserable they feel, right? Just only they took 2 days off, and they know when they go to work, they will earn money, it is good for their material life, but still they feel so miserable. And we have spent millions and millions of years taking off from spiritual practice, right? In this lifetime also, we take it easy. In old age, we will do. It's going to be very difficult. Body will not cooperate. Mind will not cooperate. At young age also, our body doesn't cooperate, right?
It's hard.
Practically, you might have seen, when you go for satsang and all that, I've seen many times. Even houses also go for doing Satyanarayana Katha and all. People, they look for some support, wall or something, some pillar to sit. Otherwise, they cannot sit for more than half an hour. Difficult. Body cannot cooperate. And as we discussed, when we start chanting, the mind wanders. More and more unnecessary thoughts will come at that time. And in old age, normally, according to Ayurveda, old age is affected by air, vata. So air will make the mind more restless. Mind will not be settled. So when we are not able to focus, how can we do the spiritual practice? Difficult. So whatever time we have, we should start now. Right? Normally it happens with us. When we want to give up anything which is not suitable for us, what is not appropriate, we delay it, we defer it. I will give up tomorrow. Right? And whatever is to be started now, that also will say, I will start tomorrow. That's our psychology. Right? Because of contamination we have. Our heart is so contaminated. Now see, all these things I am saying, we have been discussing, that doesn't mean that we should stop living the material life. Whatever responsibilities we have to fulfill those. But from within, we have to be detached. That detachment has to come from within, not from outside. So yes, so this is the way the Bhagavatam started. So Parikshit Maharaj, when he asked this question, so Shukdev Goswami said, this question is for the whole mankind, you are asking, for the welfare of the whole mankind, for the spiritual well-being of all human beings. Not only appropriate, not only restricted to yourself. And then the whole Bhagavatam started. So the whole Bhagavatam, all scriptures, if you see, they are question and answer. The disciple is asking question and the Guru is answering. So our Vedic system is such, the questions are encouraged. People should ask questions. But very relevant. Very relevant to the topic. And in a very submissive way. That curiosity has to be there to learn, not in a challenging way. Submissive manner. So this is the way Bhagavatam started. Right? What else did we discuss? You were not there last week.
No, but
You also were not there, right? You came later.
Yes.
So, see, the Bhagavatam, it starts in this way, but then in the first canto itself, it's mentioned how Krishna left this world.
Yeah.
Before going later, talking about Krishna's other different incarnations, in the beginning itself, first canto itself, then the whole story starts in background. What we call it, flashback. Right? So in the first canto itself mentioned that Krishna left this world. And this we discussed also last week, discussed elaborately that many people they say, that Krishna was shot arrow in the foot, like ordinary human being, he left the world. Just to kind of bewilder people, materialistic people, he left the world in this way. And he had to, because his mission accomplished, right? He wanted to appoint a righteous person to be the emperor, like an emperor of the whole world, earth planet, and he achieved that. He appointed Yudhishthira Maharaj as the emperor of the world. Right? So after he accomplished that, then he left. And before he left, he made sure that his associates leave the planet first. Then he leaves. Right? Like, when we have to, suppose we have to go somewhere, suppose we are boarding a train. So the senior person in the family will make sure that all other family members, junior should board the train first. Then he boards the train, right? So same way, Krishna wanted to make sure that all other associates leave the planet first, and then he left. So he left in a very, apparently, very materialistic way. Like, he was shot an arrow, and then that became the cause of many people, they said, death. Bhagwan never dies, If he dies, then he's no Bhagwan. He controls the death. He controls Yamaraj, the Lord of Death. Then if he's controlling the Lord of Death, how can he die? So that death world is not appropriate. It's an actually offense to say that Krishna died. In this context, we discuss something relevant also, if someone remembers. Like for example, when Krishna went to see his parents in the prison house, Right?
The 14 years.
Huh?
The 14 years.
14 years. Can you share what we thought?
No,
what we
you
discussed?
said there was no connection between Ram's 14 years and these 14 years. This is just, he was waiting for everything to play out. Krishna waited for his uncle to do something wrong or to do something before he took action.
Yeah, but see, when he went there after killing his uncle Kamsa, so Devaki, now this message was very viral for some time.
Then she suggested that
why you took so long.
Yes, why did it
She
take
never
so long?
asked that question.
Yeah.
Right, 14 years.
Yeah, but
So he said that because in the previous incarnation,
Kaushalya.
yeah,
Mm.
so you were Kaikai,
Okay, yeah.
you sent me to forest for 14
Exactly.
years.
Mm.
So that's why you have to wait for me for 14 years. There is no connection.
But there was not true.
It's
It
not
was
true.
Just,
Who was Krishna in the previous birth? I mean, previous incarnation on birth. Who was he?
You mean right before Krishna, like right before?
Vaman.
No.
um,
Ram is Lord Vishnu's incarnation.
he
Vaman.
was-
Mhm.
yes.
And before that was
Was
Krishna Garb.
Prishni Garba.
Krishna Garba.
Prishni Garba. Because Prishni and Sutapa,
Hmm.
they did the austerity, tapasya, and pleased Lord Vishnu. And so you know that we want a son like you. So he said, there is no one like me. Right? So better I come as your son. But so he promised them the 3 births.
Hmm.
I'll come as your son. So first he came as their son, Prishni and Sutapa. So he took birth from the womb of Prishni, so he was known as Prishni Garba. Garba means womb, right? And second time he became Vamana. So Sutapa and Prishni, they became Kashyapa Muni and Aditi.
Vamana, like the small boy.
Yeah, dwarf incarnation.
Dwarf, yeah.
Who took the
Dwarf.
3
Yeah,
feet
3
land.
steps.
Three steps.
Three steps.
Yes, 3 steps.
Yeah. He begged for 3 steps of land, but he covered everything,
Yeah.
right? So that was the second time. And the third time, Krishna, Devaki and Vasudeva. So
What
Vasudeva,
yugas were?
the Prishni Garba was born, he incarnated in Satya Yuga.
Satyuga. Okay.
Vamana in Treta Yuga,
Treta.
in Krishna and Dwapara Yuga.
So Ram also came in
Treta
Treta
Yuga.
Yuga. Okay.
Yeah. Ram, now another incarnation of Lord Vishnu was Parshuram, same time,
Yeah, like Ram.
Lord Ramachandra, right? Parshuram.
They met also, right?
Sorry?
They met at the,
Yes, they met.
the bow and arrow.
Correct. When Lord Ramachandra broke the bow of Lord Shiva,
Yes.
so Parshuram became very angry with him. Yeah. So both are Lord Vishnu's incarnation. And then Vamana Dev came, but he was Krishna's
So
incarnation.
I'm gonna ask you something. So that day I was watching one. There's a I don't remember the person's name. Bhavish, some teacher, like not a guru, but anyways on internet, and he was talking about the 5 episodes of Sanatana Dharma. So do you follow?
Yes,
I do, right? So he was talking about Bhavish, yeah, Bhavish.
Yeah,
So he was just talking about, in a very simple manner, he said that it's Brahman, like Brahma, and then all the, like almost like he used an analogy of like a mirror, like from Brahma comes Vishnu.
From Brahma?
Not Brahma, did he say Brahma? Quite sure he said Brahma. He said Brahma.
Maybe Brahman.
Brahman. Sorry, Brahman, and then he said all the other like Krishna, Rama, Durga, all of them come like in different forms according to our bhakti towards whichever form we prefer
Brahman
to see.
is the topmost, and then are the like.
Yeah,
that's
he
what
said everything
yeah.
comes from
Brahman.
Yeah.
Brahman.
See, the Brahman depends in what context we are using the word. Brahman means absolute truth also.
Truth. Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
Now, there are 3 aspects of Krishna. One is Paramatma, which resides in everybody's heart. Cheta Guru also, right?
Yeah.
He guides us. So that's expansion of Krishna. So that is Paramatma. Second is Brahman, what he was talking about. It's like effulgence. Brahma Jyoti, we call it, right? So that's effulgence. And the third one is Bhagwan. So there are three different kind of, we say, progression, how people recognize him. Many people just say Paramatma, Paramatma. Many people, they say Paramatma sab theek karo, right? So that's a Paramatma feature, which is everybody's heart. Sometimes when they see deities in the temple, for that also they say Paramatma. So that's actually Bhagwan Swayam, the deity Archa Vigraha, after doing the Pran Pratishtha. So that's Bhagwan, expression of Bhagwan. We cannot say that's Paramatma. Paramatma is everybody's heart. Param Atma. Our is Jeev Atma. Correct? We are Jeev Atma. So Jeev Atma, wherever Jeev Atma is there, Paramatma is always with Jeev Atma. He is like a witness of all our activities, whatever we are doing. Right? And he guides us also as a Cheta Guru, Paramatma. Don't do this, like that. But we don't listen because we don't have proper connection with him. Right? We have, our connection with him is very weak. And our connection is stronger with our senses and sense objects to enjoy this material world. That's why we don't listen. Because connection is not strong. But when we become more introvert in that way, and we move more towards Paramatma and make our connection stronger with him, then his guidance also will be much more with us. And then we can listen to him also. So that is Paramatma feature. Paramatma, Brahman and Bhagwan. Now Brahman is like Brahma Jyoti. Many people, they talk about liberation, that we have to merge in that light, right? That energy. When we talk about energy, then there should be source of energy as well, right? Energy cannot be produced on its own. There should be some source of energy, energizer. Right? So that's Bhagwan. So that effulgence is like, in one of the discussions I said, like at our individual level we have aura. Right? Sometimes when we see very saintly people who can see aura, they say, oh, very nice effulgence around that person. So same way, there is a aura at the planetary level. Each planet has its own aura. Like Earth, we call ozone layer, right? So then, the whole universe level also there is an aura. Kind of a curtain, we say, a shield which protects each universe. Then the whole material creation, whole material creation is only 1/4 size-wise, 1/4 compared to the spiritual world. Spiritual world is 3/4. So the whole material creation, then it is covered by this Brahma Jyoti. And that Brahma Jyoti is the effulgence of the spiritual world. So many people, they just want to merge into that light. But after merging also, that individual does not lose his identity. Our identity remains. That's what Krishna told Arjuna. There was no time when you were not there and I was not there. And in the future also, there won't be any time when you won't be there, I won't be there. Our individual identity is not lost. I gave you an example of, like, drawing a line on a blackboard. Right? I gave that example, arithmetic, algebra professor, he said, when you just draw a line, you think it's a line. But with magnifying glass, if you see, is a combination of dots. Dots combined together makes a segment or a line or a ray. Correct? And if we see the sea water also, is combination of droplets. And droplet, if we take out any one drop from the sea, quality wise, chemical properties are the same. Sodium content is the same. Only the volume wise is different. Right? So we are part and parcel of the Supreme Spirit. We cannot merge into Him. Cannot. And we should not even desire to do that. People who are, it is said spiritually, people who are lazy, who do not want to serve, they want to merge. Because once you merge, there is no need to serve that person, right? First of all, that merging is not possible. then there is no question of serving the person. Yes, quality-wise we can become one. We can reside in the same planet where Krishna or his Vishnu Tattva reside. But our individuality, our individual identity will not be lost. It will always be there. So, the point I wanted to make, that the liberation part, you were talking about that Brahman, right? So, Brahman is that Brahma Jyoti. People, they want to get liberated and just merge into that. What else you want to discuss something about that? What else?
No, I was just saying, so he said, like, basically in Sanatana Dharma, because I think there are also a lot of different schools of thought, right? Like there's Advaita thought, there's different thoughts. Like there's some that believe there is no Jeev Atma, it's just Atma, like just one. There's no two. Like when you die, there is no such thing as going anywhere, because the Atma just is. It's your subconscious mind that travels. So I feel there's so many different schools of thought. Like
Yes,
Advaita
yes.
says different things, and then so everybody, they're kind
See,
of different
this also,
schools of thoughts.
in one of the sessions we talked. See, whatever different parampara system they're coming from their perspective, they're complete.
Yeah.
Whatever they're saying, whatever they're learning, whatever they're teaching is complete. Right? I gave you the example. If we fill up a glass of water from the sea, it's full, it's complete. There is no space left. Right? But then when we talk about the volume wise, I'm talking that analogy I'm using from the knowledge perspective. Yes, they have the knowledge, whatever they are saying, that's right. But we need to see whether it's complete or not. Complete in the sense of, from the perspective of like ocean and a glass of water. So yes, so according to people's spiritual evolvement, they will be satisfied with whatever they have. Right? So there is nothing wrong in that. But if they are sincere, Krishna will make an arrangement for them to progress, go steps further, whether it is this lifetime or next life. So whatever they are doing, it will not go in vain. It will be kind of
Carried
saved,
forward, yeah.
saved in their account, spiritual account. And the next birth, they will start from there where they left. They don't have to start from scratch. They'll start from there.
That I think he wrote, it was written in the Bhagavad Gita, right? That he
Yes.
said to Arjuna.
Correct. When Arjuna asked him the question, when a yogi, when a devotee, he doesn't reach up to the destination, what happens to him, whatever he did? Krishna said, whatever he did, it will not go in vain. He'll start from that. Krishna makes an arrangement that person is born either in a very high class learned Brahmanas family or aristocratic family, so that he doesn't have any kind of anxiety to get involved, to get entangled in the material activities. Then he can progress on the spiritual path and eventually he will get liberated. Then not only he will get liberated, 21 generations, previous generations also will get liberated. 21.
Previous or future generation?
Sorry?
Previous or future generation?
Future also. Future is a possibility. Now, future generation, then people who are born in that generation, actually their responsibility also is there. They have to endeavor. It's not that automatically they will get liberated. But previous generation of it, definitely.
21 generation.
Huh?
21.
21.
What if they've already been reborn?
Sorry?
21 generations, they're already reborn, right? They've already had another.
Yeah, so of course. See, wherever they have taken birth, now it is called Agyata Sukriti. That means unknown piety. Unknown piety. That person, from the person who is getting liberated, so any of his ancestors has taken birth, so that person, in whichever form he may be, wherever he may be, he will come in contact with some Vaishnava, some devotee. That is called Agyata Sukriti. That is not because of his piety. Unknown piety from somebody in his family. That qualifies him to meet somebody who can help him spiritually. That's called agyata, unknown piety. Does it make sense?
I've always wondered this one question is not related to this topic, but we talk about the universe, and
Yeah.
in Vedanta we always say the planets are very sacred. Each planet has its own role. But what about people going to moon landing, going there for minerals and everything? Like, would that have any effect on,
Effect on what side?
like in terms of like moon is sacred, supposed to be sacred, but people are going there, they're trying to, build now certain colonies there so that they can drill or move to the moon, move to the Mars.
See, the intention is very important. With what intention they are going? They are going for some material gain.
Yeah.
They are not going for some spiritual progress, right?
No.
Yeah, so they are going for material gain. So, yeah, according to their karma, if they are qualified to get that, they will get it. Many people, just giving you a very simple way, many people come to ISKCON temple only just to eat, right? Many times it has happened, somewhere else the program is going on, some guru has come from India, they will go attend the program in the hotels or somewhere. After the program finishes on 8 o'clock, they will come to the temple. They know that in ISKCON after 8 o'clock they will get some prasad. So their intention, they are coming to the temple. Now temple is to acquire knowledge. Of course, I am not minimizing the effect of prasad. Prasad is prasad. Potency is there. But see the intention behind. The mindset behind. So according to whatever intention, objective they have, they will get only that much. If they go for higher objective, they have higher goal in mind, then they can progress in that way. So in materially also, if they are according to their karma, they are supposed to get that, Krishna will never intervene. Krishna will never interfere. Krishna never say, oh, you are not worshipping me, how can you go there? I will not allow you. He is not like US president. Right? Sanction. If you don't follow me, this will happen to you. Doesn't make sense what I'm saying. Yeah, so intention behind is very important, very significant. So we were discussing that in first canto. Later on in the second canto, there will be more about creation and all that. And this also, briefly we talked about creation in the first canto. It talks about the creation, how it happens from the skin pores and from the nostrils of Mahavishnu. Millions and billions and trillions of universes are coming out when he is exhaling. Now see, our body also is miniature of the Mahavishnu. Right? Now you're a doctor, right? When we breathe out so many germs, we exhale, through our breath come out. Right? So compared to Mahavishnu, our breath duration is very short. In his one exhalation, so many universes are emitted from his body, released from his body. And when he inhales, again they go back into his body. So creation happens in that way. Ours is the smallest universe in the creation. That's why our universe, the Brahma, the in charge, engineer of our universe, he has only 4 heads. Because smaller area to cover, right? Compared to other universes. There are universes, the Brahma has millions of heads. Millions of heads.
But didn't they say that the creation was created that something came out of Vishnu's navel? And the lotus?
That is Garbhodakshay Vishnu,
Yes.
Shirodakshay Vishnu.
And then that's how Brahma was created, and that's how creation happened.
Correct. So that is in each universe. In each universe, Brahma comes from the navel of Vishnu. That is called Shirodakshay Vishnu, lying in the ocean of milk.
On top of.
So that is at the universal level.
Okay.
But this Mahavishnu I'm talking about is beyond that. Beyond that. So many universes are coming from his body. So once Brahma wanted to see Krishna, he went to Dwarka. So he told doorkeepers, tell Krishna that I'm Brahma, I want to see him. So the doorkeepers went inside. Then they came out again. He said, Krishna is asking, which Brahma are you? Brahma said, Brahma means Brahma, no? Because see, at that level also Brahma thought that he is the supreme. There cannot be anybody better than him, higher than him. So doorkeepers took him inside. Then he saw that there were Brahmas having hundreds, thousands, millions of heads. Then he said, I'm nothing in front of them. I'm like a small ant. I don't know to see Krishna. I'm not qualified. He left. Similar to that, in that context, when our Gurudev, our initiating Guru, in Dallas, Prabhupada, his Guru, who started the ISKCON movement, he appointed him as the president of the temple and told him, now this is the chair for president, you sit, you're temple president now. So when he saw on Gurudev's face, then Prabhupada had that trick, how to bring the person down to earth. Then he told him that other devotees, so many devotees were sitting there when our Guru was appointed as a temple president. He said, from Mahavishnu's skin pores, billions and billions and trillions of universes are coming out. Now our universe is the smallest one. In the smallest universe, there is a continent called America. In America, in North America, there are two parts, South and North. North America, there is one place called Dallas. And there is one street, the street name is, and there is a temple, it's called temple. And there is one small chair. On that small chair, one small man is sitting and he's feeling proud, oh, I'm temple president now. Then Gurudev became very humble. He said, never get proud, never become proud. You're nothing, you're nothing. And on the other end, one devotee, he wrote a letter to him. Sometimes we also say that, I'm nothing, I'm like this, I'm there, I'm fallen, I'm this, I'm that. So he went to Prabhupada and Prabhupada told him, I'm very unqualified person, I'm very fallen, I'm very sinful, I'm this, I'm that. Prabhupada said, you're nothing. Don't add all these adjectives to your name. This shows that you are so egoistic. Though you are saying that you are sinful, but that also your ego. You're nothing. Come to the point, what do you want to say? They say, sorry, Prabhupada, I forgot what I had to say. So see, many times, we understand at intellectual level, theoretically we understand. But to apply practically, it takes constant practice. That's what Arjuna also, when he asked Krishna, how can we do this? Krishna told him, constant practice is required. Abhyas. The word he used, abhyas. Constant practice. It's not that one day we do, second day we don't do, then again we do. Doesn't work. Do you watch cricket? Also, you watch cricket, right? You don't?
I know the game. But
You know the game, the wicket keeper.
Yeah.
When the batsman misses the ball, wicket keeper
Yeah.
will collect the ball. He will just throw.
Yeah.
Action. He will not throw at the stump.
Yeah.
Why does he do that? The batsman is inside the crease. Why he has to do that? So that when actually he has to do it, he should not forget. Subconscious mind, he has to record that, right? At subconscious level. That's why every ball, what he collects, just by actually will show that throwing to the stumps, to stump, if by chance the batsman goes out of the crease. So this is from this we can learn, that materially, if we have to train our mind in that, we keep on doing that activity, keep on repeating. So spiritually also we have to do that. Now sometimes physically, if we are not able to engage ourselves in direct service, then we should not get disheartened also. Because spiritual practice is at a conscious level, consciousness level, subconscious level. Consciously we may be doing other activities, but at subconscious level, we always should feel connected. Now when we are conscious also, so many activities, even thought process also is controlled by our subconscious mind. Consciously we are engaged in doing something. Our subconscious mind is thinking of something else. So that subconscious mind is to be trained, so that he always keeps on thinking about the spiritual subjects. So constant practice is required.
So let's for practicality. Okay, we're a lay person, okay? If every day we could dedicate just 10 minutes to spiritual
Every day,
practice,
sorry?
10 minutes. What would you recommend we should do?
Yeah, sure.
Every day you do 10 minutes
10
medita-
minutes. What do you
meditation.
think we should do in the 10 minutes we dedicate to spiritual practice? Like
Chant.
that's the step. Just chant.
Chant, yes, yes. Because Krishna's name is no different from Krishna himself. The potency is same, provided we chant attentively. If we chant attentively, I'm telling you from a personal experience, and I've heard so many devotees, no matter how much anxiety we are experiencing, if we chant his name attentively, that will go. And that promise Krishna has given to Arjuna. He says, when somebody chants my name, I go and stand in front of that person. Literally, when we call somebody's name, that person comes to us, generally. So Krishna does that.
But there's no, like, in the sense that postures or anything else required. Nothing.
No. Those are secondary things. Of course, if you can sit in the cross-legged pose at one place and fix that place to do chanting every day at that same place, then that will generate the energy. That will create that magnetic force. And that will be more beneficial. But that's secondary thing. It's not that prerequisite that if you cannot find proper place, you cannot chant. No. Chanting while walking also you can chant. Once it worked quite well because we carry the japa beads, no? Japa bag was around my neck. The bead bag was there, and I was chanting on a train, MTR train. It was crowded, and at that time I was a bit tired also for chanting. Somebody thought that I was injured. I had some fracture or something in my hand, offered the seat to me to sit. So I was just thinking, by Krishna's name, chanting Krishna's name is fulfilling that need. Jokes aside, but at the many serious levels also, people have experienced so many things. The way Krishna reciprocates is beyond our imagination. To the situation where we feel that, that's the dead end. Now there is no way out. Everything is finished. You will find somebody to pull you out from that. This is the way Krishna does. He himself doesn't come, generally. We are not qualified that he himself comes. But he will send somebody for us when we need it. And that is Krishna's promise. Whenever he says, somebody needs my help, somebody needs the most, I'll be there. And that is what Vyasadeva says. Now, about Shukadeva Goswami we talked about, right? He was 16 when he was born. He did not want to come out from the womb of his mother. And because of his yogic power, he could stay in the womb of the mother. The apanavayu, which forces the child baby to take birth, was not affecting him at all. He could stay inside, and did not want to come. So Vyasadeva was requesting, please come. He said, no, I don't want to come out, because I don't want to be influenced by the modes of material nature. Then Krishna promised him that my modes of nature, that Mahamaya, will not affect you at all. You will be taken care of my Yoga Maya. And after taking birth also, he just ran away to the forest. Now Vyasadeva did not have any way to bring him back. So he told one of his disciples to chant one shloka from Bhagavatam. The meaning of that, the translation of the shloka is about Putana. Putana was Putana? The demoness who went to kill Krishna, right? Smearing poison on her breast.
Yeah.
In the pretext of breastfeeding Krishna, she went there. And when Krishna killed her, he gave her the same position like Yashoda Mai. So when Shukadeva Goswami heard that what kind of person is this? The lady who went to kill him, he gave her the same position like his mother. I want to know about that person more. That person is very interesting, very amazing. Then he came back. Then Vyasadeva taught him the Bhagavatam, whole Bhagavatam about Krishna. And that whole Bhagavatam he narrated to Parikshit Maharaj. So my point, I started discussing this because in the beginning of that Bhagavatam, when Vyasadeva is saying that, he is saying that, raising my both arms, I am appealing to people, I am requesting to people that the person who can give the same position to the lady who was going to kill him, like his mother, why don't you worship that person? Why you want to become incarnation of that person? Why you want to become like him? Don't become like him. Don't try to become like him. You cannot. Just serve him. When you become his devotee, he will serve you. Right? In one of the things Anmol was saying, he's serving us, right? He's giving us the breath. He's making sure that we wake up in the next morning. He's serving us, right? So now it is our duty to reciprocate what he's doing for us, to reciprocate with him. So when we reciprocate with him, he will reciprocate with us more. This is the way exchanges happen between Bhagwan and devotee, Bhakt and Bhagwan. Any point you want to discuss, any question you have before we conclude? Then we will start the second canto. And again, I would request to you that, I've given you the link, right? Vedabis?
Yeah.
Read second canto. Then make it more interactive.
I have one point. I don't know, there's a confusion. Actually, last week I was not here, but I heard that with the audio. You said that like Duryodhan, Shakuni Mama, all that, those people were so bad. I mean, they did so much thing with Pandavas, with Draupadi, everything. Still, they were liberated. I mean, they were in that heavenly planet.
Elevated, not liberated, elevated to heavenly
Elevated
planets.
to the heavenly planet, and they were enjoying and everything. But and Krishna said because it was planned and all that, they went accordingly. So how come Krishna planned all that miserable things with Pandavas when Pandavas were so good to them and devoting and all that? Still he planned all that, and even Draupadi, whatever happened with Draupadi and Pandavas were not out of that thing, I think, out of thought. So then in the same time he is coming to help Draupadi in the to help her or to extend the sari and everything. How come like that? That's the
This way,
confusion.
I think at least couple of times, we talked about it, that Krishna, if he wants to teach something to people like us, common people like us, he will choose his devotees. Through his devotees, he will teach us, right? So I think we use this example. If a woman, a mother-in-law, suppose wants to teach her daughter-in-law, she will not teach her directly. She will go through the daughter, right? Like in Sindhi we say, right? Dakkan dekhe ta sikhe nuha, right? So Krishna also does that because he chose these devotees. Now, from devotees, what we can understand, despite going through so many miserable situations, Pandavas, they maintained the principles. They did not give up, right? So Krishna is teaching us, miseries will come. This place is full of miseries. We cannot avoid that. Some people they get less, some people they get more. Now, in that kind of miserable situation, how that person behaves, how he handles the situation, that's important. So that we can learn, that ability we can learn how to handle the situation by reading these scriptures. By reading about the devotees, how they handle those situations. Right?
Then how can you tell, like even in this day and age, there are so many people who are evil. How do we know these are not planned?
Who are not?
They are not planned. Like, they are here to maybe collectively raise humanity's consciousness. For example, Trump. Like, I'm just giving a random example, or what's happening in Gaza. Like, it's so bad, but collectively it's raising the world's consciousness that this is bad. So how do you know that is not planned?
See, we need to first understand, in Kali Yuga particularly, the people who are born, who take birth, they are taking birth because of their sinful activities, to repay, to go through the suffering. I'm not saying everybody. Some selected people may be there who are, like Krishna wants to teach through those people. And some people, when they follow the bhakti mark later on, of course, originally, most of us, we have taken birth because of our previous karma. Right? We did not have any choice to choose our parents, to choose our siblings, to choose our neighbors, to relatives. No choice was given to us. We were forced to take birth according to our karma. Whatever kind of karmic connection we have with our family members, according to that we get those family members. Right? So first, that part is clear. So we are not at that level that Krishna chose us to teach other people through us. We are not qualified like that. But when we follow the bhakti marg, then at spiritual level we get elevated. Then though, according to our previous karma, we have to go through some miserable situation, but our attitude will change. Correct? How we handle that situation. Then we can say that Krishna is teaching through devotees to others. This is applicable to devotees who become devotees. Now you're talking about Gaza and all that. These are simple people. What to speak of Gaza? In India also so many things are happening. Right? So these are sinful people. They are suffering because of their previous sins, and they are committing more sins because they are in a miserable situation. Like supposing somebody has anxiety because of, just simple example, because of the previous bad karma, the person has anxiety attack and all that. What generally people do? They start drinking. Right? I don't want any tension. I just want to have some wine or something. Doing more sinful activity. Intoxication. By doing that, anxiety will not go away. Only temporarily they forget about it. And when they come again to the senses, more severe. Effect will be more severe. So the choice is given by Krishna, what we do. Though we are not like chosen by him, correct? But yes, we can come to that category where he can take some interest when we become his devotees. Krishna openly says, I am very biased towards my devotees. I am very partial. Generally I am neutral. But when it comes to my devotees, I become very biased, very partial. That also we saw in case of Arjuna, right? He broke nature's law. He made the sun planet disappear to fulfill Arjuna's promise, Arjuna's vow, so that he could kill Jayadratha before sunset. He does that. When it comes to his devotees, whatever the laws he has made, based on that the whole material world is functioning, he breaks that, he intervenes. And that, like, it happens like in big company, big corporate company also, at practical level. A chairman comes, sometimes he sees something, he can change the policy. He can intervene. Otherwise, when he goes to any branch office, he will follow according to the branch office rules and regulations. Right? Does it make sense what I'm saying? So Krishna does that. So yeah, we need to learn to differentiate in these kind of situations. That whether it is Krishna's plan. Of course, nothing happens without Krishna's approval, right? Sanctions are done by him. But now, after his approval, if some people they misuse the energy given by Krishna, then they have to pay the penalty also. They will not be spared. But when people realize their mistake, they regret, they repent, they surrender, then Krishna intervenes. Even though after repentance, people like us, we repeat our mistakes, right? But still, Krishna is forgiving. We forget our promises to him. Whenever we are in a miserable situation because of previous bad karma, we pray to him, please pull me out from this, and I promise I will not make that mistake. But again, after some time, we repeat. And the beauty is that after repetition also, at that time again we repent, we regret, we surrender to Krishna, he helps us. Because he is very forgiving. We are very forgetful.
So I've also always wondered, like at any given time, at least as long as we know history has been recorded on planet Earth, we are the maximum number of human beings currently on the planet, compared to your Treta Yuga, your Satyug, or according to records that they have. Because there are actually records that when Mahabharata took place, the entire planet only had 4 million human beings on the planet, and 1 million took part in Mahabharata.
Where is this data from?
This data is from historians. I can send you the link. It's very fascinating because the data that they showed is that after the Mahabharat war, or when they expected, the number of childbirth reduced because all the men died. Like 1 million men died, So the number of childbirth reduced, and there's actual records of that. So it's very fascinating. But I'm just thinking that we are so many more people on the planet. Are souls from the animal kingdom becoming humans, and they are paying for their past lives? Like, where are these souls, so many souls, new souls, or coming from? Like, that's always been something that's fascinating.
Now see, I'm not so sure about the authenticity of that source of data.
Oh no, that's
just
very scientific.
I understand. Yeah, it may be fascinating, of course.
I'll send it to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll be interested to see
Yes.
that. Vrindavan.
Yeah.
When we talk about Vrindavan, just I want to ask you, how many cows Krishna's parents had? How many cows?
Like over 10,000, something like a lot.
Hmm?
I remember it being a big number, like
900,000. 900,000 only Krishna's parents. And there were so many cowherd men there, right? And when we talk about Hastinapur, Kauravas, they were 1 billion.
yeah.
Kauravas, only Kauravas. Then Yadu dynasty, Bhoj dynasty, so many dynasties were there. Yes, see, because we are, whenever we study these things, whenever we read these things, we always see from our perspective, right? What is happening now, correct? For your information, the earth is shrinking. Yuga by yuga, the earth is shrinking. Our body, the structure of the body is earth element. That's why people's height also is shrinking in Kali Yuga. In Satya Yuga, people were very tall. What to speak of the Satya Yuga? Even in Dwapar Yuga, I think in one of the discussions I said, Arjuna, how tall he was. His bow was 17 feet. And Arjuna was 21 feet. Bhima was 27, 28 feet tall. In previous Yuga. So, the population was very, very big compared to population now. In the previous Yuga, population was very big. Krishna had 10 sons from each wife, 16,108 wives. 10 sons from each wife. This is only Krishna's I'm talking about. So there were so many royal kings, and they used to get married to so many women. From each woman they will produce so many children. So the earth had that capacity to accommodate so many people. Now earth is shrinking. As I said, our earth element, our body also is shrinking. Towards the end of Kali Yuga, the height of human being will be the same like a thumb. And the span of life, 15, 16 years. That's it. So yeah, sometimes people, they have different ways of collecting this data and all that.
They dated the chromosomes.
Sorry?
You date the genetics, the chromosomes in your body, and they dated that and to see what major shift that happens. It's very scientific actually. I'll send you that paper. It was very fascinating for me.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. And
I'm sure it must be like that.
it's a podcast that I listened to. I'll send it to you, and it was a historian his work. Yeah, it was very fascinating.
Yeah.
I'll send it to you. So.
See, when in 70s, right, when astronauts went to the moon first time.
Yeah, Neil Armstrong. Yeah.
So, very interesting. I think it will be interesting for you also to know this. That casual conversation was going on between disciples of Prabhupada and Prabhupada. So Prabhupada said, if they went to the moon, why did they come back? They said because there was no vegetation on the moon. So Prabhupada laughed. He said, vegetation on the earth planet is possible because of the moon rays. Moon is the source of vegetation on the earth planet. Now moon is the source of the vegetation on the earth planet. That moon itself doesn't have any vegetables. So he was explaining, he said, that in the higher planets, the energy works in different way. If the ruler of that planet wants to hide something, conceal something, he can do that. He said astronauts did not see anybody. Of course, Prabhupada said that we cannot see so many bacteria there are. Bacteria, germs, we cannot see with our naked eyes. We need magnifying glass. So on the same planet, there are so many living entities, we cannot see them with our own eyes. For going to the higher planets, to see the living entities there, we need to have that kind of vision, that power to see them. Otherwise, those people, if they want to conceal themselves, they will not be visible. So many times, we hear in kathas, antardhyan ho gaye. What do you mean by antardhyan ho gaye? Have you heard that word? Narad Muni antardhyan ho gaye. Bhagwan in Satyanarayan Katha it comes, right? Wo antardhyan ho gaya. That means they became invisible. Invisible. If they think the person is not qualified to see, they will become invisible.
So that's why I always wonder, to go and disturb these higher planetary systems, are we doing the right thing?
See, now technology is advancing. If they want to do it, they can do it. But when we talk about, as I say, that objective, whatever objective we are going with, if we are qualified to get that, Krishna will provide, no doubt about it. Krishna will not interfere. But that should not be the goal. That should not be the objective. Like, if we go to a diamond merchant's office and we go and ask for some marbles, glass marbles, right? That's not the proper intelligence. If we are going to the higher planets, because of technology is there and all that, facilities are there, then you go for the higher purpose. You're going to the higher planet, go for the higher purpose. If you go with the same intention, you want to acquire some wealth and all that, some minerals and all that, what's the use? We still will remain stuck in the material world.
So when you refer to these planets,
Sorry?
when you refer to these planets, are you talking about the planets within our solar system or outside of the solar system?
Each planet is ruled by somebody.
Even in our solar system.
Even
Even in our solar system, each planet is
Each
ruled
planet
by
has
somebody.
has
its own
ruler.
No, I understand, but when you refer to planets, what planets are you referring to?
Currently.
The planetary system, there are
Yes.
14 systems, right?
You're referring to that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 above the Earth planet,
Yeah.
7 below the Earth planet. So our Earth planet, before it was ruled by, till the last emperor, Parikshit's son, Janmejaya. So one ruler, one emperor for the whole planet. Earth. And Earth planet was known as, still we say Bharat, right? Named after King Bharat. The emperors were so righteous, so qualified, and the planet was named after that emperor. Before Bharat, it was Prithu. Because of that, the whole earth is called Prithvi. Prithu King Prithu in the solar dynasty. So he was also a very powerful emperor. And the whole earth planet was named after him, Prithvi. Yeah.
Okay. Would you like to announce for 19th?
Oh, yes. Why don't you make an announcement?
Okay, so on 19th of this month, on June, we're going to have 3 talks. I mean, Vinod Ji is going to give one of the talks towards leading to Guru Purnima on the purpose of Guru, right? Yeah. So it will be after bhajans. Bhajans ends at 7:30. After that, he will be giving a talk. 7:20, they told you?
7:20 bhajans finish, then you have Aarti, right?
No, before Aarti you will do the talk.
Sorry?
The talk will be before the Aarti.
Oh, okay.
What I'm not sure what time they told you, 7:15 or 7:20.
Yeah, around 7:20 she said.
Yeah, it's around 7:20.
Yeah. What's that name?
Auntie Kantu.
Huh?
Auntie Kantu spoke to you.
Kantu,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Naina.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, her name is Naina. Okay.
So 19th, yeah.
Please come.
she
The
said about
announcement is for all
15
of you to please come.
15 minutes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to go.
Yeah.
Yes, no problem.
Thank you.
Thank you. So that's next Sunday, next Thursday, no?
Thursday.
Yes, next
Next
Thursday. It's a Thursday.
Yeah.
Actually, Swami has announced the 19th of each month to be a ladies' day. So we do like a program usually. Like program means like some activity.
Okay. So that means you are expecting only ladies or?
No,
No. Like it's just a ladies' day organize the event.
Oh, okay.
Normally they have it in the day, right?
Yeah, day. Usually they have it in the day, but this time,
Since
like
it's a Thursday.
usually
Yeah.
on the 19th, normally they will attend. Only the ladies will sing. Normally, but it just depends. If it falls on a Thursday, then the Thursday bhajans they will encourage generally the ladies to sing.
So you must have informed your database also, right?
Yeah. They're gonna take out the
Okay.
and there are people who come every Thursday for bhajans.
Mhm.
Will all be there.
Yeah, so it's a very, very interesting, very sublime subject, Guru Tattva.
Yeah, because Guru Purnima is on 10th of July.
Correct. Vyasadev's appearance day.
Okay.
So you also can do some kind of studies on that topic, Guru Tattva.
After we finish Bhagavatam, you have to come back with some other topics. We're not leaving you.
Sorry? Sorry, what you said?
This was the trap. First, I'll tell you for Bhagavatam. Then, after we finish Bhagavatam, we're going to take another book.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yes. You know,
Today I
that is-
read, so I know everybody has to go, it's late, but sorry, today I read something very interesting that in the, I don't know, it's the Yajurveda, I think, that they were talking about, you know that Swami's Sarvapriyananda, the Vedantic Society, so he was talking about how one of the most important is the Rudra, that is in the Yajurveda, I believe, right? And he said, like how the Vedas have like rituals and they have knowledge and mantras, right? Three things, right?
Mantras,
Generally.
yes.
And he said the Rudra is the only one that has like all three, and how important it is to do the Rudra.
Rudra
Like one of the
means-
most important thing is to recite the Rudra, right?
Rudrashtakam, you
Rudra,
mean?
yeah.
But doesn't Rudra just mean form of Shiva?
Yeah.
No, but it's like
Right.
it's like a full 20-minute chant.
Rudra?
Ashtakam.
I don't know. He referred to it as Rudra.
What exact word he used? Rudrashtakam or what?
Maybe I
Can
don't
check.
know that. Yeah,
Check.
let me check. But he just said it's in the Yajurveda, and he said it incorporates all the three things that, like how the Vedas are divided into different sections, right? Like you like
Yes.
rituals, and he said the Rudra is the only one that has maybe the whole word, I don't know what it is, but it has like it's so important that it has all three things incorporated into one, and it's very important to learn it.
See, since you brought this up about the Vedas and all that, basically there are 4 Vedas, right?
Yes, yes.
So this is what Narada Muni chastised Vyasadeva about. He said, you're giving so much knowledge, even to understand one Veda, one
It's so
lifetime is not
difficult.
enough.
Yeah.
So why don't you just come to the point? Why are you just making people go round and round?
Yeah.
Just come to the point. What is the purpose of human life? You just give that to the people. Shortcut.
Yeah.
Because he said people won't have patience to read Vedas and understand. Intellectually also they will not be able to understand.
And it's so hard, like you're saying there are 18 Upanishads.
108
Puranas.
18 Puranas.
108.
104 Upanishads.
Upanishads. I mean, I'm trying to study online this Katho Upanishad. It's taken me so long. I just finished, I don't know how many verses. It's like Nachiket, and then Nachiket is still asking all these questions, and it's so deep.
Yes, of course. It
The
is deep.
Katha Upanishad is so deep,
It
and
is
then they
deep.
say the Manduka is even more deeper.
Yes.
And the Isha is like it's some of them
Isha
so
Upanishad.
difficult
Yeah.
to study.
Yes.
So forget studying like.
No, see, but we don't have to be
the bulk.
disrespectful towards
Yeah.
these. If we have time, we can study.
Yeah.
See, as long as it can help us to be more sincere
Yeah.
on our devotional path, it can aid toward devotional service, fine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, these also can become like obstacles on the devotional path. Because what happens, at subtle level, with knowledge, arrogance comes. Definitely. Arrogance and knowledge, they go together.
That's if you know it like fully, right?
Yes.
We are like so far away. one Upanishad we cannot do. So
Yeah.
forget.
So knowledge brings that kind of, and you're right, when the person is fully learned, then
Yeah.
there is no question of arrogance.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people have that arrogance
Yeah.
of knowledge. Like when after killing Ravana, when Lord Ramachandra went back to Ayodhya, then Kaushalya asked Lord Ramachandra, तुमने रावण को मारा. Ram said, मैंने रावण को मारा. Now it has different meaning, right? मैंने means I, right?
Mm.
But he said, मैं, that means ego. Ravana's ego killed him, not me.
Yeah.
मैंने रावण.
Because he was very learned, actually, right?
Of course. So when knowledge is not associated with bhakti, that submissiveness is not there, arrogance comes.
But it was very interesting that this, like you always talk about like praying and Bhagavatam and stuff. So, in one of the talks I had read that like the Lord, like you say about the Lord's name, right? It was so beautifully said that the Lord, even people like Ravana, when they're praying, or some of these demons who pray so much and they get they want for a boon, right? The boon is negative, right?
Mm.
But yet God has no choice to grant it because they are doing it with such sincerity. So it teaches you that if you actually do these mantras with sincerity, even for such a bad thing, God has no choice but to agree.
Yes,
So
yes.
it actually tells you that if you do it with sincerity, you can actually achieve any good path, because
Yeah.
even the bad things, God had no choice but to
Yes.
agree, because it was done with such devotion.
Correct. Now you're talking about that, devotion part and all that, because mantras, they have that energy,
Yeah.
So whatever reward one has to get up by chanting the mantra, that reward is to be given.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the value of the mantra?
Yeah. Even though it's a bad reward, God
Yes.
had to agree. Yeah.
Yes. Now, opposite to that, in the material world, many times it happens. I'm talking about criminals, supposing. The judge may know the person who is defending himself is the culprit, but the facts, based on the facts, he has to acquit him.
Yeah.
He will do that. Personally, he will know that he is the culprit, but he will not interfere, because the judgment he has to give based on the facts, proof, evidence. So evidence are in the favor of the person. Now this is I'm talking about at material level, the structure of the society, law society is like that. So even the judge also cannot go against it. Right? So same way the higher level also, God also will see, okay, he's qualified to, according to the mantras he has chanted, he is qualified to get
Whatever boon he wants.
He will not interfere. As I said earlier, that he will not hold back. Oh, because you're not worshipping me, you're not my devotee, I will not give you. No. He will give. And that is one of his qualities, one of the main 6 qualities, renunciation. He's detached. Whether the person worships him or not, materially, whatever pious activities he has done, and based on the pious activities, he's qualified to enjoy life, God will provide the material comforts to him. No problem with that.
But you don't do it with that intention.
Sorry?
You don't do that task with that intention in mind. That I am doing this so that I may get ABC.
But most of the people, they do that, no?
No, but but the point is that if you chant God's name, right? Even the demons, they chanted with a purpose.
They chanted for that boon.
No,
But-
so it's just like a lesson to us human beings that the God's name is
I
so
understand.
powerful.
Yeah, I understand that. But my point is that when we chant, it's not for that purpose, to derive something. Right? It's not about
But a lot
if
of-
I chant for you 108 times every day, that you will, you will give me this or whatever. Right? Those are all. That's not elevating your spiritual growth.
Yes. But see, such people also, God accepts them.
Hmm.
They are accepted.
Because they don't know.
No, because they're chanting His
Truth.
name. If you chant God, like in Kali Yuga, it said if you chant Namasmaranam, that is the easiest part. It doesn't matter for what. Like, obviously, like he's saying that
See, now there are 4 types of people.
Yeah.
They are called
devotees.
pious people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? People who are distressed.
Yeah.
People who are looking for wealth. People who have some kind of miserable situation they want to come out from. And the 4th one, they are jnanis.
Hmm.
Now, jnanis also, they know that if I chant these mantras, I will get this. They are doing this with full knowledge, but still their objective, their intention is to acquire some material gain. But still, Krishna considers them as pious people. Like Dhruv, Dhruv.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did he went to forest to do meditation?
Because he wanted to be with his dad. The stepmother told him that
Correct.
you need to be
Yeah.
my
Correct.
son to sit on the lap.
Correct. So, when Narada Muni stopped him, then he said, because he was also warrior's son, that kind of power he had. He said, I want a place, position, which is higher than my father. I don't want to sit on his lap anymore now. I want a position which is higher than my father, higher than my father's throne. So initially Narada Muni tried to discourage him, but then he saw his determination was so strong, it was so firm. Then he taught him this Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva, that mantra he gave him. So when Lord Vishnu appeared in front of him, so see, this is what happens, initially when we start something, this devotional service, our objective may be material. But because devotional service has the purifying effect, that material objective will be dissolved. Eventually it will be dissolved. So Dhruv Maharaj also said, then Vishnu said, what you want? He said, I don't want anything anymore. I have got you. What more?
That's the ultimate. Yeah.
Then Lord Vishnu said, whatever objective you started the tapasya with, that I will fulfill. Because I'm bound with promise. So he gave him Dhruv Loka, North Star, which is what to speak of higher than his father. His father was the son of Brahma. North Star, their position is higher than Brahma. So that is the way God reciprocates. So he knows our limitations, he knows our impurities and all that. But what he focuses on, in spite of having so many impurities, in spite of having so many restrictions and obstacles in life, still they are making some effort to chant my name. So God feels obliged to such people. Then he fulfills. Yes, but especially for people like us in Kali Yuga, Kali Yuga, we don't have strength of character and all that. Determination is very poor. Right? We pick up the mala, say, I will chant one round, something happens, leave malas and attend to that. Right? But still, Krishna will not see that, why he left like that. No. But at least he made some effort to chant. The process counts, not the success.
The intent.
Yes, of course, that's process. No? With what intention?
The process is what you do, your intention is
Now
how
see,
you feel.
it's a very good point you said. This is what we are talking about. Even our intention for following some process is something material. But that process has that potency to purify our material intention. And later on, we will do that with the spiritual intention.
But there must be some who just do. They just do. It's just inherent in them.
Correct.
They
So
don't
it
think
will. We'll come to that stage. Then we'll start doing because we have to do it. Initially, we start with an obligation.
Initially you
We are
ask,
obliged to do it.
Yeah, you ask and
Because it is, required by the family or custom and all that. Our guru said like that. Initially, we may do this because of obligation. Then later on, it will become commitment. Am I making sense here?
yes.
So yes, just start. Whatever intention, you just start. Just start the journey in the right direction.
Just do.
Yes. Okay. You're wearing that Nike, that t-shirt, Their slogan, right? Just do it.
That's true.
Coincidence.